committed like, hey. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, hey. Shooting my shot like, hey. Hit the red dot like, hey. Finger on the like, hey, 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 hey.
You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. Here now, Younghoe Koo to get us started. And off we go here in Atlanta. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from the April draft. Here's 2nd and 6. Purdy works out of the pistol. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. Now off the bootleg. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. Purdy now, he'll throw on 1st down. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
A run now on 2nd down.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Open receiver, the former Gator, it's Ricky Pearsall. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And the defense has it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defender...
And he's going to take this all the way home. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Purdy quickly to Ayuk. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll send a tight end in motion. Handoff here, up the middle. And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going. On
play action, here's Purdy. That's going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, drastically different things waiting for these two squads on the sideline as they run off. I mean, we can hear the defensive sideline celebrating all the way up here. I mean, back-to-back drives, they come away with the takeaway. Now, on the offensive sideline, there's no celebration awaiting. It's coaches looking to gather their guys together and say, look, we've got to have ball security. If we don't protect the football, we have no chance.
On second down, here's Penix. To the outside, a catch made by Moore. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And here's Bijan. Strong running there. Inside the 30. On the move with a gain of 9. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They'll go again with Robinson. Robinson, a first down, and more. The speed on display. He's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 10 and 11 on the year. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, Purdy. That is caught downfield by Pearsall. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It's good for a Niners first down.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Up the middle they go. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Purdy now on 2nd down. Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
To the ground, a first down run. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage,
Here now, 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
that was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 19 Lions. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Open man downfield, that's London. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
On 2nd down, Penix. Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a 2nd consecutive time.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss. Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. Drive will start on the ground. He's to the 25. And he's out of bounds all the way into enemy territory, past midfield. A big play after being backed up. A pickup of 44 yards. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action now. Purdy. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Third down. Purdy. And that is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it's going to be 4th down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Ready? 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
From the gun, here is Penix. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air, but they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 1st down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot. So a really interesting strategy here, Mike. So on 1st and 2nd down, they decide to put the ball in the air, and they both result in incompletion. So now it brings up 3rd down and long, real deep inside your own territory. At the very least, you're trying to give yourself some breathing room if you're unable to pick up this 1st down.
On 3rd down, Penix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. He'll set up the screen here to Pearsall. And he'll be taken down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
To the 5-yard line. Second and goal. They'll go with him again. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
And now with that stop on 2nd and goal, the defense really flips the advantage to their own favor. 3rd and goal from this length. I think now they can play a lot more pass-heavy defense and not be so concerned with the run game.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
70 Lions.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
On the set.
From the gun, it's Penix. That's caught right side. It's London. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Come on, set.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. To the left side in the hands of London. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
2nd and 7. Another run here for Robinson. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Tackled back at the 28-yard line.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Ready? 19 tight.
Pitts is the man in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
Pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Whose kick is good. And the Falcons tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Purdy works out of the pistol. The connection made to Ayuk. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
First and 10 for Purdy. And that one incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got us.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field. And this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
And he will score again. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Atlanta. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game. And number 12 on the year. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A first down throw for Purdy. That is incomplete.
So they're trying to get the ball out of the hand of the quarterback. That's the best way to slow down any good pass rush, but the accuracy and the run after catch is a critical part of the play. So when this ball is not thrown out in front, what they call the front shoulder pad throw, it makes it really hard for this slant route to get completed, and the ball's thrown so far behind it.
On the bootleg, it's Purdy. Caught. This is Ayuk. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. And that ball incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Back to the air again is Purdy. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
On third down, it's Purdy. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
They're indeed going for this. It's Purdy. He'll air it out down the middle. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So, we're at halftime here in Atlanta, and the Falcons are in the lead. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Go.
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
79 Broncos.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he will score. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Falcons. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First and 10. Purdy. A short one there. Caught by Kittle. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Injury on the field, and it is George Kittle who is in some discomfort. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Purdy. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Let's go now. 60 backward.
They'll go play action. Purdy. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. Purdy on 1st down. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Here we go, set. Set, go.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Go.
Throwing again is Purdy. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
It came up a little bit short there on 3rd down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in 4-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores. You cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
Here it is on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Coming up a couple of yards short. This is going to be a turnover on down.
Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the 3rd quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue. And I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get them back into this one.
Set up. Ready.
They'll run it here with Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. A gift, and here comes Robinson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Ready?
They'll try to run for it with Robinson.
Bijan Robinson, ball carrier. He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
The Falcons send their punting unit out,
Formation.
as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense.
At their own 39-yard line.
So Kittle comes in motion. To throw on first down is Purdy. He'll let it go deep left sideline. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going for the air.
He's able to get away for one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Third down, Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. Returnable from the 17. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
Ready?
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Set, go.
On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga, on the tackle.
At the 22-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
On second down, it's a run with Robinson. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming.
Gain of 3. Down 3rd and 5.
Let's go now. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Going for it all. And he will take this one in. 75 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. On is Coop for the point after. The kick is good. And the Falcons stretch things out even further.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Their own 30-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. That's over the middle to Kittle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. He's going to air this one out. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And this is taken in by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
On the jump. Check, Panther. Go!
On the ground, it's Robinson. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Shut up. Ready, ready.
Now Robinson. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
On the set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Bring it. Hook.
Here's Robinson.
Bijan Robinson, ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 3. It's fourth down. Bradley Pinion in punt formation.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons getting their punter out there as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Okay, break. Ready, ready. Check go.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
Mustang 19. Go.
Purdy. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Third and long.
Let's go.
Throwing is Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And this ball will be downed on the other side of midfield.
At their own 46-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Set. Hut, hut.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's second and 6. Now a give up the middle, and he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
Third and 6. Receiver in motion, going right. On third down, they'll try to get it on the ground. Still on the move. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Alert. Alert.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 19-yard line.
London brought in motion. They run over center with Robinson. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 3.
Here we go. Set. Set, go.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up fourth down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Ready. Break.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down.
Come on. Set.
They'll try and run for it. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. And they have turned it over on down.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Here's first and 10.
Go. 18 Rattler. Buffalo 18. Go.
Here's Purdy. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Wow. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another first down. Purdy works out of the pistol. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. No chance at all. He'll go down.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on second down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to third. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Third and long. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. And the Falcons are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. And here's Bijan. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. We'll try to get this one on the ground. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. On fourth down, out comes the punter, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. First and 10 for Purdy. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Turn the lights on.